Hey, how's everybody doing? Stockliff here, and we are inside the finals currently. So I decided to go ahead and record game one. I just simulated it through. I didn't actually play it at all. I just recorded it and left for about an hour or something, and there it was. So whenever I have an hour of my free time, I'm just going to record this game by game, and we can get to this. So I get better along this video goes. I just cut out clip by clip, mostly. I think I get every single shot that was made, if I'm not mistaken, besides free throws. I'll leave out free throws because that just ruins the pace of it, and no one wants to see free throws. No one wants to see Dirk sink his free throws a million times over. So I mean, there's LeBron just abusing inside the post. Yeah, it just goes clip by clip, so I'm trying something new here. It actually took a very long time to edit, so hopefully people will take a liking to this. And what I plan to do is do however many games this takes, because I mean, I want to finish this series, because I came up with it a while back. I was like, once the playoffs started, I knew that I couldn't do every single series because I would take way too long. I just said I'm just going to do the finals, so here you go. I don't know when exactly this is going to go up, but I plan for it to go up about the same day as the finals, or the same day that the finals start. And I'm going to talk a little about real life basketball on this, and as well as some of the gameplay. I don't know who in the world's going to guard Dirk, honestly, for Miami, because he's so unstoppable. Look at this, just fade away, no contest. And also, I think that Shawn Marion is going to do a pretty good job on LeBron. That's just me, though. I don't know how they're going to guard Dwayne Wade, because back in 06, and look at that play by Jason Terry. That was sick. But anyways, I don't know how they're going to guard Dwayne Wade, because they obviously couldn't guard him in 06. Otherwise, the Mavs probably would have won a championship if they could have guarded him. I think Dwayne Wade put up 34 a game, or just below 35. It was something crazy like that. And that was just a game inside the playoffs. I knew he had 2 40-point games against the Mavs in 06, but it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens in real life. I put this on Hall of Fame, and I put it on broadcast. I normally play, front to front, the normal 2K, but I figured you're used to watching inside of, a broadcast formation, so I was like, well, that'd be more appealing to the human eye anyways, because we're so used to it already. And Jason Terry absolutely went off this game. He is something special. I mean, it's out of this world. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the gameplay. See, look, Jason Terry, it's crazy. Hall of Fame is literally cheese. Look at that. They hit so many shots. I don't know what the field goal percentage was, but at halftime it was 63% Miami to 47 Dallas. So, and that doesn't ruin much, because as you can see, Dallas is kind of creating their own niche here in Miami, and I love that. It's so realistic. Dirk's movements are very realistic. See, dumb it back down, and that seems like exactly what he would do. He's getting double teamed, he passes it to the open man. Hall of Fame can sometimes just be kind of awful, but at the same time it's kind of realistic. So that's why I decided to go with Hall of Fame. Oh, and if you're wondering, and I still haven't even said anything about this, they're actually using the ABA ball, which I actually got. There's cheat codes where well, not necessarily cheat codes, because an ABA ball is not a cheat, but I just wanted to go old-fashioned with it. The American Basketball Association, I think there's only 13 teams, but I could be mistaken. There was not a lot of teams, as Dwayne Wade dunks it sort of, not really on Dirk. Dirk just let him go. Alright, here's at the end of the first quarter. This is just uncanny. Watch this. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, I want to, and Mike Bibby was hitting fall away J's all day. I don't really understand that, but and also just a little low layup right there. Pretty good finish. It's actually pretty tough for a 6-footer or around 6 foot to actually finish at the hoop whenever you know if there's going to be like a 7-footer just waiting for you. And Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki just absolutely went at it this game. Dwayne Wade MVP for Miami and Dirk Nowitzki MVP for Dallas for this game. I'm not going to ruin who wins the games. That would just be pointless. At least I'm going to try not to. I actually thought about doing these live, but then again, Brendan Haywood showing his strength to LeBron. But I think about doing these live, but that would just take way too long because I'd have to sit down and just, you know, record like an hour and just cut out parts that I like. Whenever I could just commentate over it now and just do what I've been doing this whole time. And Deshaun Stevenson has a very unique jumper. He sort of falls away, but I guess it works for him. So, I mean, hey, what can you do? And right here, goes coast to coast. Doesn't get the bucket. I don't even know why I showed that, honestly. Kind of random. Yeah, but leave them in the comment section. Who do you think is going to actually guard Dirk Nowitzki? Because I think it's going to be Chris Bosh, but I know that Chris Bosh isn't going to be able to handle him because I think no one else can guard him. I mean, what do you do with a 7-footer who can shoot off-balance jumpers left and right? I mean, it's very tough to defend. I mean, it's out of this world that they even picked this guy up. I mean, I don't know how you scout that, but that's absolutely incredible. I guess someone saw this guy in Germany just shooting off 1 foot, and he's like, all right. And Dirk wasn't that, he wasn't that used to his style yet. Like, whenever he entered the NBA, he was more of just like a big man, and he couldn't really do much. But now that he can shoot, I mean, it's a totally different story. And if you're wondering how many tries it actually took me to... Yeah, I just had to be silent for that. But if you wonder how many tries it actually took me to get these guys inside the finals together, I went into playoffs, or the playoff mode, and I actually like set up the playoffs like it is, and simulated through and made sure these two teams got inside the finals together. And I was able to get them together on the 3rd try, so I didn't waste too much of my time doing that. As Dwayne Wade just gets an unorthodox putback. No, crap, that was Joel Anthony, excuse me. It looked like Dwayne Wade because I have a very small screen I'm looking at right now. And Dirk didn't actually, like, compared to his total score that he got at the end of this game, didn't score a lot inside the first half. He really stepped up, I think, inside this quarter, or the 4th quarter, as probably he normally would. But Jason Kidd is abusing Mike Bibby with the fall-away jumper. You don't see that often from Jason Kidd. And, I mean, some players are going to do out-of-control things, like Dwayne Wade. Some players are going to do out-of-control things they don't normally do in Hall of Fame. That is understandable. And also, the point total is going to be, like, skyrocketed, as you can probably tell already. I will go ahead and say this. Both teams score over 100 points. And I think that's the way it's going to be for every single game. And whenever I did simulate all the way through, the Mavericks actually swept the Lakers. So I was like, that's pretty realistic. I think the only thing that I simulated that didn't really happen was Orlando beat Atlanta, Denver beat OKC, and I think Memphis didn't beat San Antonio. I don't know why I worded it like that, but San Antonio beat Memphis. But that's the only differences that I experienced while simulating, so it's not that messed up. And again, I don't know how they stop that. I don't know how they're going to stop it in real life, because honestly, this is a pretty good simulation of what might happen inside of Game 1. See, that's that Hall of Fame cheese that I'm talking about. It's just too easy for him. I'm not going to say that Dirk Nowitzki is like that. That's not realistic. That is realistic, because he can actually do that. But Mario Chalmers can't just pull up inside of like someone's face. Now he probably can, like inside someone's face, hit it like maybe 28% of the time or something, but he's not going to hit it like Dirk. And right here, I really don't understand. Did you not just see that? Tyson Chandler shot a fall-away jumper, went off the weak side, and Dirk Nowitzki was there to tip it up, and it sort of like just went behind the backboard. I don't even know. But it's starting to get down to crunch time. It's at the end of the third. Stevenson passed up a jumper and gave it to Nowitzki. I wouldn't blame him because this guy's on fire. And again, Dirk, how do you stop that? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. And I don't know which offense is going to be better inside of real life because you have so many diversity of ways to score on both teams now. Especially, I would say the Mavs would win if it was the old Heat. But the Heat definitely have an advantage. But I'm not going to say the Mavs are having a perfect season, okay? They were leading the Western Conference like half the season, one-fourth of the season, something like that. They were leading it pretty good. And, I mean, what do you do? I mean, and then they go and I think they beat Portland 4-2 or either 4-1. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think it's 4-2. But I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's it, though. And then they swept the Lakers. And on top of that, I mean, they beat the Thunder, like, 4-1. So, I mean, they are ready to take on this Heat team. If there's anyone in the Western Conference right now that could stack up to the Heat, I think it would be the Mavericks. I mean, I don't see any other team really competing with this Heat team. And that was nasty. That was a nasty bank shot right there from Chris Bosh. You don't even normally see bank shots that often, but when it does happen, it's crazy. Right there, you know, abusing post powers. JJ Barea is just not going to be able to guard that. And as you can see, Jason Terry is being a role player in this game. Like he was, I think it was game 1 of the Thunder. He was being a role player and just scoring like, I think he had like 25 that game. But as you can see, Miami takes a 6-point lead. And who are they going to have to answer back? The Jet. He has 28 at this point. Oh, let's see. Let's see what he's got. Jason Terry from downtown. Yes. Got it. We're tied at 98. Next possession for the Dallas Mavericks. Jason Kidd pulls up and hits a 3. Okay, then after that, the Heat keep missing, and then Dirk just punishes him for it. And there it is. So they got a 5-point lead right now. They leave LeBron open a little bit to kick out to Mike Bibby. Makes the open jumper. Next possession for the Dallas Mavericks. They're up by 3. You know who to go to. They know who their main man is. It's Dirk Nowitzki. It's the Dirk Nowitzki show in Miami. We are tied. Miami hit some free throws. And Jason Terry couldn't be any more clutch. And they're double teaming Wade for obvious reasons. He's on fire. So, but I guess, you know, sometimes it just doesn't matter. When you're on fire, you're on fire. Alright, so 3 minutes to go. It's a 1-point game. Who do you think's going to shoot it? It's either going to be Terry or Dirk, and it's one or the other, and it's Terry. So he is just being a major role player. I think he had like 36 at the end of this. And then right here, 3-point lead. Dirk just abusing Bosh with the fall away to the sideline. You know, he's too good. He's too good. Alright, so they're only up by 2 right now. Sean Marion setting a screen for Dirk, and then they switched it to LeBron, and you know Dirk's going to take advantage of his height. Spin, fade away off glass. That was pretty sick. And then, I'm not going to cut this part out. But let's see what the Heat can do. LeBron's got to make something happen. And he gets an and 1. Using his size against everyone else. And then, who's going to step up? It's going to be Jason Kidd with a fall away. As I said, Hall of Fame cheese. So, there's nothing you can do about that. And then an alley-oop to Dwayne Wade, which I don't even know how that got through Tyson Chandler's defense, but whatever. It's a 1-point game underneath 1 minute to go. Dirk Nowitzki, you know who it is. He's got 40. You can't stop him. Next possession, they're up by 3. Dirk gets the and 1, and that is going to basically close this game. So I hope you guys have enjoyed Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I'll make sure to post up Game 2 soon, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. And as always, have a nice day.